Hi everybody, I thought I'd do notes a little differently today. I'm going to record them and then you have this worksheet that I want you to fill in as we do the problems together. So yesterday we did writing an equation given the slope, which is a rate, and the starting amount, which is your y-intercept. Take a look at what you're going to get today. It says, how are equations written in slope-intercept form to model real-life situations? But today I'm going to give you a point and the slope. So you don't have the y-intercept and you do know how to solve them. So let's look at the first example. Tori is planning a one-day hiking trip for her and some friends. She saw that the guide will charge a one-time fee plus $35 a person. That to me sounds like a rate because I'm looking for that keyword like per. So rate is the same as slope, $35 per person. 10 people went on the trip and the total cost was $425. That I call something like a point in time. Okay, so it says X is the number of people and Y is going to be your cost. So I have a point, 10 people. My bill was nope, not $35, $425. Okay, so I have my M, I have my X, I have my Y, and it says write the equation. So just like you did on your quiz, you need to fill it in. Okay, your goal is to find this number, the y-intercept. So 425 is your y, equals m is 35, times x, which is 10. So we substituted, simplify by multiplying. 425 equals 350 plus b. I'm going to run into my work here. Solving, what do I need to do? You need to subtract 350, always opposites here, from both sides. And I get b equals, guys use your calculator at the same time I am, 425 minus 350 is 75. Okay, so 75 is my b. Now that I have these two pieces of information, I can write my equation. Y equals 35x plus 75. So it says, what is the y-intercept? Well, I figured out the y-intercept is 75, but what does it represent? Go back up to the story, and it says she saw that the guide will charge a one-time fee. That $75 represents that one-time fee we talked about yesterday. Oh, I can't spell. Represents. The one-time fee because we're taking up their time and they could have scheduled somebody else. Okay, so that's like the starting amount. No matter how many people we take, they're going to have that fee there. Okay, let's look at another one. Suppose an overseas phone call costs 99 cents per minute. I see a rate per minute. So my slope is 99 cents. Make sure you put the decimal in. Plus a flat fee to connect to other persons. So I don't know that. I don't know what B is. But I do know that a 5-minute call is going to cost $5.91. Sounds like I am given the rate, slope, and a point. Now it's time to solve for B. 591 equals 99 cents times 5. 99 cents times 5, use your calculator. 495. Solve by subtracting. And I get B equals 591 minus 495, 96 cents. Okay, it says write an equation, so I need to finish by putting it all in. y equals 0.99x plus 0.96. So what does the y-intercept represent? Right there it is, a flat fee. So B is 96 cents and represents the flat fee. Just like yesterday, we're like, okay, I can use my equation now to figure some stuff out. It says, how long can you talk on the phone if you have $12? We have to think, where should I put the 12? Should I put the 12 in place of X or should I put it in place of Y? And if Y represents the total cost, you're going to put that $12 in place of Y and solve a two-step problem, which means subtract 96 cents. And I would get 1104. Divide both sides by 99. And I get about 11.15 repeating, which doesn't make sense to me because I'm talking minutes. So best way to answer this is about 11 minutes. Not 12. 12 would not be enough. Okay, turn to the back. So Brittany wants to go on vacation. She already has some money saved up. She decides to save $30 per week. On the fourth week, she has a total of $180. Write an equation for the total amount she has for this vacation based on the week she has been saving. So I have my M, I have my point. Time to write my equation and figure out the what B is, how much she already has saved up. So 180 equals 30 times 4. Multiply and solve. That's supposed to be 120. Okay, so B equals 60. So what does that mean? Go back to the story. I want the starting amount. B representing the starting amount. She already has some money saved up. So $60 is how much she already has before she starts adding $30 a week. Okay, $60 to start. All right. Well, maybe her goal is $480. So how long is it going to take for her to but save that much? So think about that again. Where would I put 480? In place of X or in place of Y? Goes in place of Y because it represents money. So I'm going to use my, oops, I didn't finish my equation up here. I'm going to use my equation and substitute 480 in for Y. I get 30x plus 60. Subtract 60 from both sides to get 420. Divide both sides by 30. And 420 divided by 30 is 14. So 14 what? 14 weeks is how much how long she's going to have to save $30 a week to be able to have a total of 480. Okay, let's do number 4 together, and then you're going to do number 5 on your own. A plane loses altitude at a rate of 5 meters per second. There sounds like my rate. Something tricky about this, the word lose represents a negative. It's going down. Okay, so it begins with an altitude of 8,500 meters. So I already have the beginning amount. It says begins with an altitude of 8,500 meters, which is my starting amount. That's enough information to write my equation. This is a yesterday problem. It's not like I have a point in time, or you can think about a point in time as when I started calculating how long it's going to take, the plane was at 8,500 meters. So it says use your equation to find out how much time will pass before the plane will land. Guys, somebody figures this out every time you are on a trip because they know how fast the plane goes, they know how high it needs to go, like for turbulence and stuff. And so You know, the pilot comes on and says, we will be landing in whatever city in X amount of time. Well, guess what? They're doing this. So use your equation to find out how much time will pass before the plane lands. When the plane is landing, the altitude is going to be 0 because you landed. So put 0 in for y and solve and see how many, what's the time measurement per second. So 8,500 divided by -5, my answer is going to be 8,500 divided by 5, 1,700 seconds. And you can always turn that into minutes, okay, by dividing by 60. So it's going to take about a little over 28 minutes. All right, you need to do number 5, okay? Lose 0.4 pounds a day. At 14 days in his diet, he's now at 150. Okay, so set that up and solve it, and then come check your worksheet with me.